Hello, today I'd like to rate the Holy Fire. It's a flamer that comes as a reward for one of the 2 new public events for the Once in a Blue Moon update. By default it comes with the vampiric and faster fire effects. Vampiric works great with flamers because the flame has an area of effect, so it can easily hit enemies to heal. The faster fire effect matches really well with the vampiric effect, but it also looks like there's a hidden extra speed bonus when I compare it to my other faster fire flamer. Rapid reloading would have been ideal for the last effect, but durability is very useful and better than pretty much any other effect on this tier. The weapon also has 2 inherent effects. One is to double the damage over time, and the second increases the overall damage by 10%. The damage over time is basically meaningless when it comes to higher level enemies, but the extra 10% damage is a big one. My Aristocrat's Flamer is one of my favorite weapons in the game, but the Holy Fire only does a little less damage. You can't change the nozzle because the weapon fires a special bullet that gives it the blue colored flame, but I recommend the normal nozzle anyway for the range, so this doesn't matter. Get the napalm and huge tanks for maximum damage and capacity. Apparently the special bullet it fires also makes the barrel length meaningless, even though the number in the range property changes as you click on different barrels. I recommend long barrels for flamers anyway, and this is the default for the Holy Flame. So on paper it should be pretty good, but what about actual combat? For the record, I was using a low health build with a full unyielding set, Nerd Rage and Bloody Mess. No damage boosting heavy weapons perks, but I do have the Adrenal Reaction mutation. Basically it's as effective as any other flamer, and you don't really notice the reduced damage compared to a damage boosting effect like Aristocrats. The damage over time is meaningless because it doesn't stack, so don't bother waiting for it to kick in, just flame enemies until they're dead. I also have the Stabilized perk while using power armor, and that gives it armor piercing too. Flamers or any other heavy weapon works best while you're in power armor, but the flamer is just as effective outside power armor. The vampiric effect is very noticeable if you have some damage to heal. I recommended before that everybody get the Love Tap from the Nuka Tour update because it's a vampiric weapon by default, but let me change that. I now recommend everybody get the Holy Fire instead. Just like with the Love Tap, it's a default vampiric weapon and you always want one of those. But it's better than the Love Tap because the flame has an area effect and it's a lot easier to hit enemies if they're not close. It works very well even if you don't use any damage boosting perks. It's not the best against bosses, but you can use it as your main weapon and you won't be disappointed. Get it and put it on your weapon wheel. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.